Hey guys, HDvee here and welcome to a brand new video. Today we have some new potential leaks for Pokémon Scarlet and Pokémon Violet's DLC. Some new returning Pokémon we could expect to see in the Generation 9 games may have accidentally been revealed at the VGC tournament. There's a lot of stuff to talk about today though, so if you're excited for the video, as always, make sure to drop a like down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes, it really helps out. Leave a comment with your thoughts on anything we cover in today's video. Subscribe if you're brand new for daily Pokémon content. Ring the notification bell. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, we have Matt, who tweeted this out, who is of course one of the very respected data miners in the community, saying during the San Diego Regional Championships stream today, their manual sprite selector for team previews accidentally showed off Scarlet and Violet style menu sprites for Pokemon that are not currently in the games. They probably just have art for all 1008 species for the future. So this could be seen as DLC leaks and these Pokemon are back in the DLC for the Generation 9 games, or it's that they probably just have art for all 1008 species for the future. This was also quite interesting as well that Pearl Enthusiast tweeted out saying they also gave King Gambit a square. I haven't really been watching the VGC regionals or anything like that, but I don't know if this has anything to kind of, I guess, represent anything, because obviously all the others are in circles, but yeah, King Gambit randomly in a square. I don't know if that means anything. Yeah, either way, there's basically been like 6 Pokemon that were, I guess, accidentally revealed as menu sprites. So these are the 6. So we have Pokecalos here tweeting out saying, Team Editor Arcane9 Labs mistakenly revealed some icons of old Pokemon not present in the games, as well as 2 new attacks, Hydro Steam and Psychic Blade. We've already spoke about Hydro Steam and Psychic Blade on Monday's video, but it looks like it will be data from the next DLCs. So we have 6 different mons here back potentially in the DLC for Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So we obviously have Aurora, which would mean that Aurora's is back. We have Volbeat, which I guess also means that Illumise will also be back. I don't know how you can have Volbeat without Illumise. We also have, oh my god, it's early on in the morning, the ice cream Vanillix. We have Garbodor, which obviously means that the pre-evolution of Garbodor will also be in the game. We have Kabuto, which means that Kabutops would also be in the game. And then we also have, oh my god, oh god, it's going to annoy me so much. I forgot its name. You know what it is, though. The interesting thing about this, though, is that 3 of the mons here are fossil Pokemon. Now, the interesting thing about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is that none of the fossil Pokemon returned in the Generation 9 games. They were all scrapped, which was quite interesting because there's a lot of like future and past kind of ideology in the Generation 9 games. We literally have past Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet. And of course, fossil Pokemon are past Pokemon. They are Pokemon that went extinct thousands of millions of years ago, should I say, and then are reincarnated in like today's present, well, in present day. So why were all of the fossil Pokemon scrapped? It's probably because it has something to do with the DLC. Now, again, I'm just going on a bit of a tangent here, and this could potentially not be true. It could be true, but potentially the Area Zero DLC, which we're all expecting to see deeper into Area Zero, could actually have a lot of the fossil Pokemon. And that's just simply because like in Area Zero, a lot of things are happening with all the different paradox forms and stuff. Although at the same time, it would only really make sense for Pokemon Scarlet because that's more of the like the past prehistoric game, whereas Pokemon Violet is more of the futuristic game. But I guess you could still have like, I guess, fossils either way. But yeah, it's just interesting that in the games that are about the past and the future, there are no fossil Pokemon in the game. So I think they were just saving them for the DLC. And the fact that on this list, 3 of the other like Pokemon are fossil evolution lines is just kind of putting 2 and 2 together. It's a little bit interesting. I think that the fossil Pokemon are going to be back, whether it's Area Zero or it's like that top right location, which also is potentially DLC. I think the fossils are going to be like in an area of the DLC. Because it's just weird that they were all scrapped. Not one fossil Pokemon made it into the Generation 9 games. That's just my idea about it, though. It'll be interesting to see how the Generation 8 fossils are also, like, created. Like, we surely just see them in the wild, right? Because we wouldn't be able to get the fossils for them. The other fossils of the, obviously, of the fossil Pokemon, I guess you could get the items off. But at the same time, you know, for the Gen 8 ones, you'd need like the fossil woman, I can't remember what she's called, where she obviously was putting the fossils together and stuff. So I'm guessing you would just, if this is true and this is actually Pokemon in the DLC, I'm guessing you would just find them in the wild, which again also helps the idea that they will be in a small part of the DLC of like Area Zero or something in the wild that you can just go and catch. But yeah, I don't know if all fossil Pokemon will return, or maybe there's like version exclusives or something like that. But either way, these are 6 potential evolution lines that will be back in the Pokemon Scarlet and Violet DLC. Let me know your thoughts about it. I think this is definitely true because we know that Hydro Steam and Psychic Blade are confirmed moves in the DLC, so I don't know why at the same time of them leaking that as this wouldn't be in the games, but that would be, if you get what I mean. So I'm rambling anyway, but you know what I mean. Very, very interesting for the potential future of the DLCs that these Pokemon could make their way in. But yeah, definitely think the fossil Pokemon are going to have a huge part to play. For sure. We also have this from Soul Silverheart. This isn't like a leak or anything. This is just interesting that we've kind of spoken about this a little bit. But Soul Silverheart saying this has been known for a while, but why is Carbink the only non-starter / legendary / Pokemon Legends Arceus Pokemon / form or whatever that's already in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's code and will become available with home integration? Why, out of all Pokemon, or was it the only one chosen? Some will say it's a hint to Kalos DLC. So basically, if you didn't see, in all the Pokemon Home Pokemon that are coming back into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet when Pokemon Home drops for the Generation 9 games, all of the Pokemon, such as like certain starters, like the Gen 6 starters, the Gen 8 starters, you've got all the Pokemon forms as well of other Pokemon, so your forms of like Meowth and stuff, Zorua, like Hisuian Zorua and stuff, they're all back. And then also legendaries, a lot of those are back as well, like Groudon, Rayquaza, Kyogre, stuff like that. So basically with Pokemon Home, they usually just bring like special Pokemon back as well, like starters, legendaries, forms, etc. But Carbink is also a Pokemon that is going to be made available to transfer from Pokemon Home into Pokemon Scarlet and Pokemon Violet. So why was Carbink chosen as a random mon? Now, of course, there are links to Kalos with the DLC. There's links to like mythical Pokemon with Carbink and stuff. Others think, myself included, there'll finally be a special event / quest that includes it and Diancie explaining or actually connecting them as an evolution line or forms, or maybe just more lore. Either way, it's too random, so I really hope this is pointing to something, and I'm excited. So yeah, obviously we know that there's a massive link between Diancie and Carbink. I mean, there has been for ages. I mean, we literally know that. I think it's pretty much lore at this point. But yeah, the idea that Diancie is returning a Pokemon Home as well as Carbink, and Carbink is the only non-legendary starter form, whatever, that's going to make it into the game. There potentially could be an event, like I say, in the top right, which potentially could be Kalos. We're not too sure. And that could have like some sort of event that could contain Carbink and Diancie and have some sort of like mini Kalos event or something, which would be really, really cool to see. But yeah, just thought it's just interesting that this Pokemon makes its way back into the Generation 9 games without having any kind of specific value, as opposed to like all the others. Anyway, moving on, we also have some new episode titles for the anime as well. The anime does start this week. Ash's kind of last 11 episodes, his last hurrah for Pokemon. And these are some of the 11 episode titles that have been confirmed. So this was tweeted out by Pokemon Center saying, revealed the titles of the first episode of Aspire to be a Pokemon Master, Ash's final anime. So episode 1 is going to be called The Wind of the Beginnings, Infinite Paths. Ash and Pikachu come across the injured legendary Pokemon Latias in the forest. We already know that episode 1 is going to have Brock and Misty in it, but also apparently episode 1 is going to have Latias feature. Now, I'm pretty sure this is the same Latias from Pokemon Forever, or no, Pokemon Hero, should I say, which obviously was like a massive kind of thing for Ash, potentially getting a legendary. Originally, he was going to get the legendary Latias, but they kind of cancelled that. So potentially now they kind of finish off the whole Latias saga and let Ash actually catch Latias, which would be really, really cool. I think we'd all love to see it. So that's episode 1. Episode 2, Ash versus Misty, one-on-one combat by the sea. Ash tries to capture a Clauncher only to be interrupted by his old partner Misty. Both insist that they will be the ones to capture the Clauncher. How will things work out? Well, with a fishing competition. So yeah, Ash potentially even catching another Pokemon here, but it's probably going to be Misty that catches it because she is the water trainer. So that's episode 2. So episode 3, sorry, I think earlier I said that episode 1 was going to have Brock and Misty, but we've just saw new images about them. So episode 2 is going to be about Ash and Misty. Episode 3 is going to be about Ash and Brock. So Brock, Cian, and the Forest Witch. Brock has recently suffered another heartbreak and is deeply dejected. A feral Hatterini chooses this precise moment to run off with Brock. What could be his motive? Will Ash, Misty, and Cian be able to rescue Brock? So Misty actually kind of finds her way into episode 3 as well. Episode 4 is Beartic Sigh, no description. So yeah, there's going to be something to do with a Beartic. Trying to think of like some sort of ice character or something that could potentially be in this episode, because I think all these episodes are just like throwbacks to Ash's journey. Like the Latias one, Misty and Brock are like prominent characters in the anime that obviously from the Indigo League. We know that one of them is going to have like Bye Bye Butterfree as well, like he's reuniting with Butterfree, so that's going to be a big episode. So they're all kind of poignant moments of his life. I guess mainly through like Kanto and stuff. So yeah, that's episode 4. And then episode 5, the Squirtle Squad are back. Light up the Squirtle Squad Fire Department. So yeah, Squirtle Squad in episode 5, gonna be really cool. I'm guessing he's gonna have an episode with like Charizard and Bulbasaur as well, with like the Secret Guard, and obviously going back to like the Charizard whole saga as well. We know that one's going to be about the Butterfree. So, yeah, some really cool episodes on their way for the anime. And I don't know, it's going to be really emotional seeing like all these different episodes and stuff. And it's going to be weird saying goodbye to the face of Pokemon, the face of the Pokemon anime, should I say, for a very long time, over 25 years. But, you know, all things come to an end, and unfortunately it's Ash's time as well. But yeah, that is going to be everything for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. What do you think about these potential DLC returning Pokemon? Do you think it is true, or do you think it is not? Let me know your thoughts. Because again, like I say, with Volbeat, Illumise will be coming back and stuff like that, most likely. So it also kind of adds on to other Pokemon that are going to be coming back. But either way, that's everything from me. If you enjoyed, drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Leave a comment. Subscribe if you're brand new. Ring the notification bell. It's everything from me, though. Have a fantastic rest of your day. And until next time, peace.